And the basics are not difficult to do.
Yeah.
Because they bring you back to simplicity. But what it does take is being aware and being a little mindful and being very deliberate about how you live your life. I mean, I think that, you happen to if you believe that you can actually affect your own life as opposed to being helpless and life happens to you, that overcoming that barrier is one of the first steps to getting healthy. You are happening to yourself. Life isn't happening to you. You're not a victim. You are in the driver's seat. And I think that is a simple thing that I think everyone can benefit from, especially, if you think about where we are in society today. We went through some huge historical events like the pandemic. We, are in the midst of social transformation that's happening that not comfortable for many people, myself included. We're also in the middle of a technology and a scientific revolution where we're beginning to see, new possibilities revealed, whether it's AI, whether it's gene therapy, whether it's longevity, things that are really, really exciting versus things that are very scary. Got climate change. I mean, look, all these things are happening around us. All right. But at the end of the day, no matter how overwhelmed you might be or excited or depressed you might be on these things, you still happen to yourself. And that's, I think, something that's super important for everyone to actually to take comfort in.
Welcome, everyone, to a profound exploration of the inner landscape that shapes our health and well-being. Today, we have the distinct privilege of learning from Dr. William Li, a physician and scientist who consistently illuminates the powerful role of our own awareness and intentionality in crafting a life of vitality. He guides us beyond simply reacting to our bodies and circumstances, towards a state of mindful engagement where deliberate choices become the architects of our health. Prepare to discover how cultivating awareness and embracing deliberate living can unlock a deeper level of well-being and pave the way for a longer, healthier future. Think for a moment about the pace of modern life. Often, we move through our days on autopilot, reacting to external stimuli and ingrained habits without truly pausing to consider the impact of our choices on our health. We might eat quickly without savoring our food, rush through our day without noticing the signals our bodies are sending, or fall into patterns of behavior simply because they are familiar. Dr. Li's wisdom invites us to step out of this automatic mode and cultivate a greater sense of awareness, a conscious engagement with our bodies, our minds, and the choices we make each day. Dr. Li emphasizes that achieving good health is not a passive endeavor. It requires a proactive and mindful approach. It begins with awareness, noticing the subtle cues our bodies provide, recognizing our emotional states, and understanding the impact of our environment on our well-being. This involves tuning into our hunger and fullness signals, paying attention to our energy levels throughout the day, and acknowledging the effects of stress on our physical and mental state. Cultivating this inner awareness is the first step towards making more deliberate choices that support our health. Mindfulness, Dr. Li explains, is a key tool in developing this awareness. It involves bringing our attention to the present moment without judgment, allowing us to observe our thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations with greater clarity. Practicing mindfulness, even for a few minutes each day, can help us to become more attuned to our internal states and the impact of our actions. When we are more mindful, we are better equipped to make conscious choices that align with our long-term well-being, rather than being driven by impulsive desires or ingrained habits. Building upon awareness and mindfulness, Dr. Li highlights the crucial role of deliberate living. This involves making conscious and intentional choices about how we live our lives, rather than simply reacting to circumstances. It means thoughtfully considering the foods we eat, the ways we move our bodies, how we manage stress, and the quality of our relationships. Deliberate living is about taking ownership of our health and actively shaping our daily habits in ways that promote vitality and longevity. Consider the simple act of eating. When we eat mindlessly, Perhaps while distracted by screens or rushing through a meal, we may not fully register the taste, texture, and aroma of our food, and we may miss our body's signals of fullness. In contrast, deliberate eating involves savoring each bite, paying attention to our hunger and satiety cues, and consciously choosing foods that nourish our bodies. This mindful and deliberate approach to eating can lead to healthier food choices, better digestion, and a more satisfying relationship with food. Similarly, when it comes to physical activity, deliberate living involves intentionally making time for movement that we enjoy and that supports our physical health. This might involve scheduling regular walks, joining a dance class, or simply making a conscious effort to take the stairs. It's about prioritizing movement as a vital part of our day, rather than an afterthought or something we only do if we have extra time or feel obligated. This deliberate integration of activity into our lives yields significant benefits for our physical and mental well-being. Managing stress also requires awareness and deliberate choices. Recognizing our stress triggers and the ways in which stress manifests in our bodies is the first step. Then, we can deliberately choose to incorporate stress-reducing activities into our routines, such as mindfulness exercises, spending time in nature, engaging in hobbies, or connecting with loved ones. This proactive and intentional approach to stress management can have a profound impact on our overall health and resilience. Even our social interactions can be approached with greater awareness and deliberation. Consciously choosing to cultivate meaningful relationships, setting boundaries in unhealthy ones, and making time for connection and community can significantly impact our emotional well-being and even our physical health. Deliberate living extends to all aspects of our lives, empowering us to shape our environment and our relationships in ways that support our overall vitality. Dr. Lee emphasizes that the journey towards better health is not about striving for perfection or making drastic overnight changes. It's about cultivating a gradual and ongoing process of increasing our awareness and making more deliberate choices in how we live. Small, consistent acts of mindfulness and intentionality can lead to significant and lasting improvements in our health and well-being over time. It's about becoming the conscious architects of our own vitality. Now, before we delve deeper into practical strategies for cultivating awareness and embracing deliberate living in our daily routines, we want to build a supportive community around this empowering topic. If you are finding Dr. Lee's insights on the power of awareness and deliberate living valuable and are motivated to bring more intentionality into your own life, please take a moment to like this video. Share it with your friends and family who you believe could also benefit from this mindful approach. Subscribe to our channel for more empowering content on health and well-being. And most importantly, we invite you to share your own thoughts and experiences in the comments below. What are some areas of your life where you are already practicing awareness and making deliberate choices for your health? What are some small changes you plan to make to bring more intentionality into your daily routine? Your stories and insights can inspire others and help us build a collective understanding of the transformative power of awareness and deliberate living. Let's learn and grow together. Cultivating awareness and embracing deliberate living are not abstract concepts. They are practical skills that we can develop and integrate into our daily routines through conscious effort. Dr. Lee offers several actionable strategies to help us move towards a more mindful and intentional way of living, ultimately leading to greater health and well-being. One powerful practice for cultivating awareness is mindfulness meditation. Dr. Lee explains that even a few minutes of daily meditation can help us to become more attuned to our breath, our bodily sensations, and our thoughts without judgment. This practice can enhance our ability to notice the subtle cues our bodies send us and to become more aware of our emotional states. There are numerous guided meditation resources available that can make this practice accessible to everyone. Another way to enhance awareness is through mindful movement practices like yoga or Tai Chi. Dr. Lee highlights how these disciplines encourage us to pay close attention to the sensations in our bodies as we move, fostering a deeper connection between our mind and body. Engaging in these practices can increase our body awareness and improve our ability to recognize signs of discomfort or fatigue. Deliberate eating can be cultivated by slowing down during meals, putting away distractions like screens, and focusing on the taste, texture, and aroma of our food. Dr. Lee suggests chewing our food thoroughly and paying attention to our body's signals of hunger and fullness. Making conscious choices about the foods we eat, opting for whole and nourishing options over processed and less nutritious ones, is another key aspect of deliberate eating. Integrating deliberate movement into our day involves intentionally scheduling physical activity that we enjoy and that fits into our lifestyle. Dr. Lee encourages us to find activities that make us feel good and to prioritize making time for them, even if it's just for short periods. Being deliberate about our movement ensures that it doesn't get overlooked in the busyness of daily life. Managing stress deliberately involves identifying our personal stress triggers and consciously choosing to incorporate stress-reducing activities into our routines. This might include scheduling time for hobbies, spending time in nature, practicing relaxation techniques, or setting boundaries to protect our time and energy. Being proactive about stress management is a key aspect of deliberate living for long-term health. Cultivating deliberate social connections involves intentionally nurturing our relationships with loved ones and seeking out meaningful interactions with our community. This might involve scheduling regular time to connect with family and friends, volunteering, or joining groups with shared interests. Being deliberate about our social life ensures that we have the support and connection that are vital for our emotional and physical well-being. Dr. Lee emphasizes that these practices are not about adding more tasks to our already busy lives. They are about bringing a greater sense of intention and awareness to the things we are already doing. By consciously engaging with our bodies, our minds, and our choices, we can gradually shift our habits in ways that promote greater health and vitality. It's a journey of ongoing self-discovery and intentional action. In conclusion, Dr. Lee reminds us that achieving good health is not a matter of chance, but rather a result of our awareness, our mindfulness, and the deliberate choices we make in how we live our lives. By cultivating a deeper connection with our bodies and minds and intentionally shaping our daily habits, we can become active participants in our own well-being and pave the way for a longer, healthier, and more fulfilling future. The power to shape our health lies within our conscious awareness and our deliberate actions. He encourages us to choose one area of our life where we can bring more awareness and intentionality starting today. Perhaps it's paying more attention to our hunger cues during our next meal, taking a few mindful breaths during a stressful moment, or intentionally scheduling a short walk. Every small act of awareness and deliberate choice is a step towards greater health and vitality. Now, as we conclude this empowering discussion on the power of awareness and deliberate living, we want to invite you to become an active part of a supportive community dedicated to cultivating a more mindful and intentional approach to health. If you have found Dr. Lee's insights valuable and are motivated to bring more awareness and deliberation into your own life, please take a moment to like this video. Share it with your friends and family who you believe could also benefit from this mindful approach. Subscribe to our channel for more empowering content on health and well-being. And most importantly, please share your own experiences and tips in the comments below. What are some of the ways you are already practicing awareness and deliberate living? What are some small changes you plan to make to bring more intentionality into your daily routine? Your stories and wisdom can inspire others and help us build a collective understanding of the transformative power of awareness and deliberate living. Let's learn and grow together. Thank you for joining us.